Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know I'm late. I got sidetracked a bit working on my content. Kind of got sidetracked working on my content for next month, and yeah. So let me go ahead and get started. Um, it is day 4 of this passport series, and as of yesterday, I went over the things that you need to get your child's passport. So I went really in depth yesterday about that information. If you missed it, make sure you go back um, on my page and look at day 3 of trying to get your child's passport, U.S. passport. So today I'm going over the documents needed to travel internationally. Well, yeah, I would say internationally with your kids alone. If you're like, I know there are a lot of, you know, full-fledged families, but most of the time, sometimes, I would say sometimes, you don't travel with the other parent, right? So, in it with me, of course, I'm a single mother, but um, there's some documents that's needed in order for you to travel with your child alone. So let me go ahead and go with number 1. Sometimes you need the birth certificate to even show that your proof of relation to your child, which is wild because I'm like, this child came out of me. You know what I mean? But yeah, even needing to bring along the child's passport and also another document. Of course, you would need that passport, to travel internationally. Passport book, my passport card. I posted I think it was yesterday, that with the U.S. passport card, you cannot fly internationally with a passport card. That's only for like maritime and things like that, maritime people. But other than that, have the child's passport, and as well have the child's birth certificate on hand. That is very unfortunate because we're not supposed to be tagging along and having a passport to tag along with us like that. It's not. It to me is illogical. But also, in order to travel along with your kids, you have to have a notarized letter. It's called a child travel consent letter. It's not exactly like the consent letter like you have to use as far as with applying for your child's passport. This letter you can type up yourself, have dates or whatever it is on there, but this one has to be notarized as well, which is wild. It's a lot. It literally tells you it's illogical to me due to the fact that how can you kidnap your own child, but there's no, you don't know people's business like that as far as custody. So I kind of understand on some situations, but having a whole letter of consent to travel with your own kid is a lot. So let me go ahead and let you know what you need in this consent letter. The letter has to have the child's information, name, gender, date of birth, place of birth, and as well the passport number. You have to have the contact info of yourself and the other parent, and let them know of the travel arrangements in this letter and also the destination. So all of that on one paper, signed, notarized, and has to tag along with you as well. And lastly, this is just me, like a tip that I give. Have text messages of you communicating with the other parent of where you're going, how you're going to get there, and as well saying that it's okay for that child to do something or to travel with you within those text messages. Because even sometimes, I would say some agents would ask you to validate give that other parent a call in order to let them know, well, hey, it's okay for that child to travel with you. Now, I come across a situation maybe 2 months ago where my best friend had her mother to take her mother, their grandparent, to take the kids on the Disney cruise, right? So these kids don't have a passport, and as well, the grandparent doesn't have the consent letter and anything. This is on a cruise, y'all. Like, you have to have all that information for your child to basically be on this Disney cruise, but they're also going to another country. Had my best friend gets a call saying that her kids can't do this or that. They went to Mexico, and had to have a notarized letter sent through email. Had to call them up. Had to go ahead and have all this information signed and sent over to the grandmother through email. That's a lot. Even if this goes for grandparents as well. I really didn't have that issue when it comes to my second child going with his grandparent, but even though it was domestic, but she still had to have the messages and all of that stuff she showed to the TSA agents to let them know, well, it's valid for her to take her grandchild to Washington. So, but yeah, it was very stressful for her, and I was like, well, you would have known that if you had my services, but you know, grandparents have to go through that. Traveling alone with the kid, going through all this stuff is a lot, but is it worth it? Shit, yeah. It's just like just to get the kids out and about, but sometimes it causes so much drama to where you're like, well, I have to leave my kid behind and have to wait until they're like 16 in order to get their own passport and all of that different type of stuff for my kid to move around. It's a lot, but it's well worth it. I don't have that problem with my second child, but yeah, that's all I wanted to come on here about. I wanted to make it short and sweet because I'm supposed to be in a co-working session right now with my friends. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you get the knowledge that you need in order to make sure that you get your passport. I would suggest getting it this month so you can have it by the summer. And if not, like, if you have any questions, like I've stated this before, if you having issues with getting information because the other child's parent is in the military or incarcerated, or you have, even yourself, have a criminal record, like, don't put it in the comments. Send me a DM if you have any concerns of not being able to receive your passport. I'm here. I'm here to assist you and help you with going through this process. So anyway, if you're not registered for this passport series, you will not be entered into the giveaway for tomorrow. All you have to do is visit the link in my bio and register for this passport series. It'll be a gift card for sure. It will be going either towards your application fee or for a personal expense. It's your choice. So if anything, I will see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions, I have a Q&A for tomorrow. And as well, if anything, make sure you join the VIP exclusive list. I do send weekly flash deals. I send travel updates and travel tips on a weekly basis. And as well, I'll go a little bit more in depth tomorrow of what you should be doing. But other than that, let me go ahead and get into this working space with my friends, co-working space with my friends. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow, okay? Y'all make sure y'all have a good rest of your day. Love y'all. Bye, y'all on Facebook.